plants, animals, miles of emptiness, and oh yeah, waves. Hey Cougars, I was just recalling a few things about the ocean, which is what today's show is all about. I'm Kinley, and CVTV starts now. Well, I will admit, it's pretty cool you're watching CVTV for right now. It's for a very valid reason, the severe pandemic, COVID-19. So, I'm here to give you Cougars a few tips and announcements to stay safe during this time. One way to stay safe during this time is to wash your hands with soap and warm water. Sing happy birthday 2 times to make sure all the germs come off. Another way to stay safe is to make sure you avoid close contact, meaning only go out if it is necessary. And when so, make sure you stay 6 feet apart from others. One more way to stay safe is to clean and disinfect all areas inside of your house. The word of the day is the Spanish word limpia, meaning clean. One last thing to remember is to make sure you turn in all your online assignments on time. So now that you Cougars know a few ways to stay safe and some announcements, I want to know a few things about the ocean. Good thing Jane is telling us all about it.
Have you ever watched Finding Nemo? I know my favorite part of the movie is all the amazing sea creatures. Speaking of which, that's what I'm here to talk about today. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. What goes with peanut butter? Jellyfish. In fact, there are 25 species of jellyfish that are edible. Jellyfish even predate dinosaurs. Beautiful sound of a blue whale mating call. They're actually one of the loudest animals ever at 188 decibels. And they're actually one of the largest animals ever at 82 to 105 feet. What's a Visco girl's favorite animal? A sea turtle. Sea turtles live on every continent except Antarctica. There are 7 species of sea turtles, and every one of them is endangered. Dumbo octopus are by far the cutest sea creatures in the ocean, just like Dumbo. They live 3 to 5 years in the wild and live so deep in the ocean that they don't think. Well, the Great Big Seas hold many adventures that you Cougars should try to learn more about. Well, I'm off to go watch Finding Nemo. But remember, I'm Jane, reporting for CVTV.
From the jellyfish to the sea turtles, there's some pretty cool animals. But obviously they live in the ocean. But what makes ocean water different from regular water? Like, why is it so special? Well, good thing Emily knows all about it.
Did you know that 96% of our water is salt water? That's a big amount. There are many different types of water. For example, there's salt water, fresh water, and wastewater. There are also many others, but today I'm only going to talk about salt water, so it is also known as seawater or heavy water. Seawater is unique because it contains salt and different kinds of minerals such as potassium, magnesium, sodium, and also uranium. Because of this, many animals cannot survive in seawater, like goldfish, because they would start to grow eggs, which then kills them. And how does the goldfish survive? The goldfish lives in freshwater. Freshwater and seawater are different. Seawater contains about 35 parts of salt per 1,000, and freshwater only contains less than 3.5% of salt. Okay, it looks like I have to go. I'm Emily, reporting for CVTV.
The largeness and the salt of the ocean. Okay, that makes sense. But one thing I still want to know is how many oceans are there? Maya is telling us all about it.
For some people, a day lounged out by the ocean sounds like a perfect day. But unlike the beach, some bodies of water are not as simple as they seem. What's up, Cougars? I'm Maya, and today we're going to be talking about unique seas around the world. To get an idea of how deep the Mariana Trench really is if you were to put Mount Everest at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, it would still be 7,000 feet below sea level. The next one we'll be talking about is the Sargasso Sea. This is a huge patch of ocean that has water on all sides and is located in the North Atlantic Ocean. The reason that there is no land boundary here is because it's surrounded by very strong currents. Another strange one on this list is the Dead Sea. The reason it has this name is because the salt levels are so high in the ocean that it's impossible for animals to survive in it. The reason it's such a busy tourist spot is because you can actually float on the water. It's not toxic to human skin, but it's bad to stay in there for more than 10 minutes. And lastly, we have the Red Sea. Located by the East African coast, the Red Sea gets its name from an algae that blooms in this ocean that turns the water a reddish brown. This is also the sea the Bible said Moses parted. Well, Cougars, since quarantine is far from being over, you should consider looking into these places. But remember, I'm Maya reporting for CVTV.
A lot more oceans and seas existed than I thought. Well, Cougars, now that we know what animals live in the ocean, how many oceans there are, and what makes the ocean different, I have to go finish the rest of my online work. Well, don't forget to stay safe. I'm Kinley, signing off of CVTV.